Why, hello there. Welcome to Average Zen Presents. I am your host, Average Zen. We are streaming to you live on Twitch this Tuesday morning here in Germany, the Deutschland, 11 to 1 Central European Time on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We got content posting up to YouTube 6 days a week at Average Zen. Yeah, original content as well. It's not all replays, though, some of it is. I like to have fun. I like to show off our games and show you the wins, the losses, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And today we got some strange truth. We got some weird ones. Today we're doing some brews that have been picked up off of the interwebs. Oh, lemon. We're not worried about, in the words of certain prominent politicians right now, we're looking towards the future. I can guarantee you we will get our ass whooped today. Today you're going to see us fail because we are playing with some very weird decks. So our first deck that we got coming up today comes from a article that I read on MtG Rocks that referenced a Reddit post from a user called Perfectenschlag. And so they didn't include a name for their deck, so I've taken the honor of including my own name for this. So I'm calling it Perfectenschlag Waveriding for standard. This is a very strange deck. I'm going to stop saying strange, but I can't get over the amount of steps you have to go through to get this deck to work. So essentially, we are a Daring Waverider deck, which is a 6 cost, 2 blue, and 4 colorless for a 4/4 Otter wizard that says when Daring Waverider enters, you may cast target instant or sorcery card with mana value 4 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. So what we want to do is, follow along with me here, this gets complicated. We want to either cast Collector's Vault, or Bitter Triumph, or Great Door, or Liliana, and discard, or in some way get into the graveyard an Imidane's Recruiter, and a Daring Waverider, and a Breach the Multiverse. Now, what order? Oh, thank you, Lemon. I'm off my game already here. Let's switch to my screen here, and you can see what I'm talking about. There we go. Thank you, Lemon. You saved my bacon there. That's what friends are for. So let's go over that again. The Daring Waverider, Otter Wizard, cute. All right, Collector's Vault, Bitter Triumph, Breach the Multiverse, and Imidane's Recruiter, and Liliana, of course. Those are the cards we've talked about so far. So we want to get an Imidane's Recruiter in the graveyard. We want a Daring Waverider in the graveyard. And we want a Breach the Multiverse into the graveyard to get this combo going. At some point, we want to get a Awakening Hall, the expensive side of Funeral Room, into the graveyard as well. Now, the order that the Imidane's Recruiter or the Awakening Hall or even the Daring Waverider hit the graveyard is not as important as when our Breach the Multiverse hits the graveyard, because Reenact the Crime says exile target non-land card in a graveyard that was put there from anywhere this turn. Okay, so then we copy it, and we may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. So step 1, we got to get a Breach the Multiverse into the graveyard. Minimum. Step 2, have reenact the crime in hand. Okay. And then cast reenact. Say we pitch with a door, we can get Breach the Multiverse in there, or we pitch it with Collector's Vault or Liliana or Bitter Triumph, doesn't matter. The point is it has to go in that turn. We cast Reenact the Crime on Breach the Multiverse. We will mill ourselves and mill our opponent 10 cards. Hopefully, in those 10 cards, we will get a Emidane's Recruiter in the graveyard, the Daring Waverider in the graveyard, and or a Funeral Home in the graveyard, as well as anything else really is good. So what happens then is Reenact the Crime can pull back Daring Waverider, and then Daring Waverider casts Reenact the Crime again on Breach the Multiverse, which mills another 10, and then hopefully we have another Waverider hit the graveyard, and we can cast Reenact the Crime, or hit it again with that Waverider, and rinse and repeat until we have all of our pieces in the graveyard. The Recruiter, the Waverider, and the Awakening Hall. At the end of this cycle, if we're lucky, we should have 4 copies of Daring Waverider in the grave, and 2 copies of Emidane's Recruiter in the grave that all came back this turn, giving the Waveriders +2/+0 potentially, and haste, maybe just +1/+0, but at a bare minimum, not even counting the possibility of you getting big creatures off of your opponents during the Breach the Multiverse. Assuming you hit 0 creatures off of your opponent, you will still have 20 power hitting the board. I'm sorry, 22 power, bare minimum, if you manage to get 1 Recruiter and all 4 Daring Waveriders. So that should be enough to instantly end the game. If not, then, we've got Terror Tide to clear the board for our attacks. We've got things like Rona's Vortex, Bitter Triumph, Liliana, of course. And if we happen to draw into a Jace, that makes this combo a lot easier to pull off, because we can just mill ourselves, and chances are we're going to get all of those in the graveyard on the same turn, assuming we have the Reenact in hand. Yeah. So I expect to lose quite a few games trying to get this all set up. That being said, when we do, if we do, get this combo to pop off, we're going to feel very, very smart. I believe the MtG Rocks article that we read was called 200 IQ Combo. And yeah, in order to get this to work reliably, I imagine you have to be a much better pilot of this deck than I am. So, let's see. We have, and the Conspiracy Unraveler here is just in case we don't hit our combo. We can always collect evidence to cast the cards out of our graveyard in our hand that we need. We can pitch that. I would really like to see a Breach in our hand and or Reenact the Crime, but at least we can pitch the Awakening Hall with Collector's Vault, and we'll start digging from there. We'll see what happens. There's a reason why we're not playing this straight away on the ladder. Okay, I think our first step needs to be Collector's Vault down, and then draw pitching the Awakening Hall, assuming our opponent doesn't just blow up our Collector's Vault, because that's kind of a clear sign that we are a graveyard deck. The Valiant Veteran, okay. Oh, we did draw into the Reenact the Crime, that is wonderful. So we're going to hold on to that. Alright, there's Shepherding Spirits for playing cycling. I can speak, I swear. Caballero, what are you up to? Besides getting a planes. Alright, taking 2. Alright, don't mind the sea. Well, yeah, we can do this. Gloom Lake Verge. And let's go ahead and pass the turn. We can do Collector's Vault on our instep, just in case our opponent targets it at some point. And I think we can even do Arona's Vortex here and kind of play a little tempo play. Slow them down. And let's see what they throw out here. Okay, yeah, we go ahead and activate that. That was the right call. And we'll pitch that. See if our opponent goes to put anything down on the Valiant Veteran, any auras or things of that nature. I don't think so. Otherwise, I have to imagine that they just replay it here. Alright, here comes the Valiant Veteran again. Alright, we have Reenact the Crime mana. That's right. I playtested this deck like once or twice, trying to get a feel for it, so I didn't come out here looking like a complete noob piloting this thing. And I remember being very surprised at the lack of basic swamps with the Fabled Passage. If you don't draw into it one of these dual lands and you get stuck having no double black, that's can be an issue. Alright. If you gain 5 or more life this turn, create a 4/4. Alright. Well, here we are drawing lands again. Alright, Bitter Triumph, not a bad hit here. I really wish we could draw with our Collector's Vault. If we can take out that Angel, then our opponent is just doing 2 a turn to us. The Dust Animus, okay, now that's might be an issue. We'll take out the Angel or the Dust Animus, I imagine. Okay, they're not casting the Dust Animus. Oh. Well. I'm going for some immediate damage, I suppose. Haste makes waste. I don't know, we're talking a lot of smack for someone at 10. Alright. Okay, there's the Daring Waverider into the graveyard. Alright, let's go ahead and, while they don't have any mana up, except for the 1, I guess that could be a Shard Mage's Rescue, we'll discard the Conspiracy Unraveler to cast our Bitter Triumph. And now we're just looking for Breach the Multiverse. And we can get this thing going. Dust Animus makes an appearance. Yeah. Well, the Breach the Multiverse. Yeah, I believe we have 4 copies. That's kind of a key card here. I would like to have 4 copies of Jace, but I only have the 2. That would probably be the first change that I would make for this deck if I had the wild cards available. Alright, they got an Elspeth. Yeah. The board's getting very clogged up here. Okay, well, the Rona's Vortex, somewhat helpful, but it's not going to do it. It's not going to do it. Yep, good game. We just had it way too slow. Our opponent putting that petrification on our Collector's Vault just slowed us down way too much digging for our pieces. All right, let's try it again. I feel like we made some progress there, just not enough. Oh, real fast. Let's see, Lemon. I'm pretty sure we have 4 copies in here. I copied the deck list to the best of my ability, but keeping in mind that, yeah, we got 4 Breach, we got 4 Reenact, we got 3, there's 4 Collector's Vaults. All of this is pretty much on, with the exception, I think there was 3 Jaces and 1 Liliana in the deck list, and I only have the 2, so I went with 2 Lilianas. But other than that, we're pretty much exact. I think the only other change was I had to change a couple of the lands because I didn't have 4 copies. Wow, no, it's good to know. Good to be sure. Oh, why have I done Sparky? What is going on? No. Good game, Sparky. You win. I was rearranging. I was rearranging my my layout here and I always go into bot matches to see the screen layout. That's all Sparky does for me these days, unless I'm playing an insanely complex standard deck that I need to like sit down and figure out. Kind of like this one, but alright, well, we have the Breach in hand. We have the Collector's Vault, so we can pitch that with the Collector's Vault at any time. We just need the Reenact the Crime and the Waverider. Alright. There's the Reenact the Crime. We're just looking for the Waverider. Nice. Bristly Bill. Oh, we even have a way to pitch for free with the door. Nice. Nice. Okay, let's get our 1 basic swamp. Remind me, Lemon, to put another basic swamp in here. Alright, let's go ahead and pitch the Awakening Hall. Next, and if they do anything crazy with Rona's Vortex, or with Bristly Bill here, we can always Rona's Vortex in response with our treasure, though we would like to hold that up. Returning from the wilds. I think it might be worth it now to bounce that Bristly Bill. Yeah, go ahead. Nothing else? Oh, goodbye, treasure. It was nice while you lasted. Well, we can't afford to take that much damage quite yet. Alright, let's go ahead and get some land out of our deck so we can draw some relevant pieces. We'll get our door down. And see what happens. Invasion of Zendikar, huh? Alright, glad we got Bristly Bill back to hand. Not sure why they wouldn't take advantage of the landfall there and run Bristly Bill back out. Perhaps they know something I do not. Most likely. Alright, it is our turn. Let's go digging. Okay, we don't need another Collector's Vault, so that's good. Okay, Bitter Tribe, not the worst here. We'll hold up our Bitter Triumph and Reenact the Crime, and if possible, there's a Kona. Okay, well that seems like a good target for a Bitter Triumph. Though they're not far off of hard casting in Eldrazi, so I don't know why the Kona here at this point other than mana efficiency. Alright, well, if I kill the Hydra, they don't flip the battle, but they get treasures? I think we have to chance it here. Alright, yeah, because then they'll only have the one blocker. Yeah, okay, we're gonna do it now. No, we can't do it now. Undo. Hold on, we only have, we don't have enough. So what do we have to do here? Yeah, just let them hit it, I guess. We need one more mana. Alright, well, okay. That's alright. Yeah, well, it would have been alright. Let's go ahead and pitch and just try to see if we can combo enough. Yeah, we'll get rid of the Imidane's Recruiter. Alright, well, we have 4 mana. Let's go ahead and... No, we can't do that. Oh my goodness. We need to pitch this Bitter Triumph, I think, to the Collector's Vault. Or do we... Oh man, we just gotta straight up use it on the Kona now. Oi. Rough times ahead. Yeah. We will pay 3 life, I suppose. And go ahead and kill Kona. Let's see. Yeah, we don't have enough. Well, now we should, right? Okay, and we have... Oh. Here we go. Let's do it. Yeah, we'll do that. We've gone through a good bit of our deck, so we should be able to hit. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get their Gruff Triplets. And from our own graveyard, we will gather the Daring Waverider. Alright. Daring Waverider will cast Reenact the Crime. Yes. Which will cast Breach the Multiverse. Yes. Oh, which will get us a Vault-Born Tyrant. And we'll go ahead and grab another... Oh, we got to get the Imidane's Recruiter, right? There we go. And there we go. Alright, and let's go ahead and Rona's Vortex. This isn't quite the combo. We didn't get everything off here, but I think it's enough. I mean, we have a couple of blockers. What you thinking, Bristly Bill? What you thinking? You think, oh yeah. Makes sense, I suppose. Wow, we got them down to 3, and we are at 9, and they have 8 mana at their disposal. Alright, I got a 6/5 Trample Reach. Here's an issue, though. I don't think that's gonna matter. I got 2 mana up. I think this is good game. Not to mention, if we draw into another Reenact the Crime, we can do it all over again next turn. I mean... I think we definitely block. Cool. Yeah, good game. We did it. That was easier than the first game, definitely. We definitely was on the struggle bus on the first game, but this one, yeah, okay. I've remembered, Lemon. We're going to add a single basic swamp here. That was impressive. We didn't do the full combo, but yeah, that was cool. Alright, let's cut down 1 island and go up 1 swamp. Yes, you did a great job. I felt the urgency emanating from you. Alright, let's take this crazy Reddit deck with like a 5-card combo into the into the queue. Let's see how we do. We got a lot of pieces here. It's a 2-lander, but you know, one of them's a surveil. The surveil really good in this deck. Like this. That's a good chat. That's a good setup right there. All right, we got one piece in the graveyard. All right, Dark Slick Shores. There comes the Seeds Veteran. Seem to be facing a lot of soldier decks here today. Let's just go ahead and tempo play this. Oh yeah, which one is that, Lemon? Alright, we need the door down this turn, so let's do that. And next, pass the turn. We can always do that at instant speed. Hit exclamation in the card name when you get it. That should work, I think. Alright. We got a thing. It's a 4/4 Seeds Veteran. We're taking 4. Oh, well, we're going to draw. And we will we will definitely put the Waverider into the graveyard. We drew another breach. Let's go ahead and get Jace down. Full price. Let's go with -2, and we'll try to tempt our opponent into attacking the Jace and not us. Oh, that is the perfect draw. That is the perfect draw. Let's just hope they do not destroy our great door. It's such a wonderful door. That is absolutely the nuts. They did it. They're exiling our door. Alright, well, we have other ways of discarding. We need to get one breach into the graveyard. Bitter Triumph works. That was a good move. Thank you for letting us draw a card there, opponent. Our problem now is we need to live long enough to use this. And we don't have enough mana. Okay. That is an issue. Or is it? This might be a weird play. Okay, well. No, let's see, 5, 8, 9. So we just need to kill one thing. So, yeah, we wait until their turn. Bitter Triumph, or whatever's going to kill us the most. Takasi is welcome. But then we won't be able to reenact the crime on the same turn unless we draw another discard ability that costs 2 or less. So we need another Bitter Triumph. Try it without the underscore there, Lemon. Okay, well, we gotta do it. Either way, if we don't, we're dead. So let's go ahead and kill the 5/5. Discard the Waverider. Take 7. Oh man, Collector's Vault is too slow. Maybe a space in between? I don't know. Or maybe it's I don't remember what the command is. Maybe it's the exclamation card. I'll have to look at it. Can we do it? I don't think we can. No, we can't. All right. What we really needed was the collector's vault. The door is great, but the collector's vault gets us treasures along the way, which, as you can see, if we don't have like 6 or 7 mana by the time we get ready to get our combo off, then we just can't do it under pressure. But we've done it once. We can do it again. Now, let me see. Card, Mystics, says Mastery. No. No, I figured what the... we'll have to play around with it. Alright, well, we have like all of our pieces here in hand. We just need to be able to discard. Preferably without just not playing lands. Oh, tiny bones. That might be an issue. We'll see if we can make it not an issue. Oh, deep cavern bat. Alright, well, no, that's not going to work. But in the play queue, our opponent playing discard. Wonderful. Take it to ranked already. What's wrong with you? Are you that hard up to complete your quests? Or are you just like trolling people? It's got to be one of the two. You're playing an established meta deck in standard play. Alright, well. We have discard, we have reenact, we have breach, we have tempo/removal. Well, see, the problem is we don't want to exile it. If we exile it, it's non-repeatable. The reenact the crime exiles, and also we're not running red. So I think, unless we were to like completely change up this deck, I think that maybe some redundancy wouldn't be bad, though. Maybe we can figure out a way to do it with both. Alright, so we have that. Let's go ahead and get a Liliana down. And we will discard. I think we discard the Rona's Vortex here. Even though our opponent appears to be playing Golgari, we need the card advantage here. We got to go digging, and that's not one of our combo pieces. Glissa, eh? Alright. Fair enough. I guess that just means we need to -2. And we will pass the turn. I think our opponent's in step. We probably pitch the Collector's Vault to the Collector's Vault. The honest Rutstein. Alright, gonna get Glissa back, I assume. Cool. Alright, Collector's Vault gone. We have another breach to pitch. Alright, +1. And there we go. Breach into the grave. Do we pop off this turn? We shall see. Alright, reenact the crime. Yeah, we'll cast it. And we will get a... okay, we'll get a Daring Waverider. And our opponent's graveyard, we will get a... Oh, well, we have some choices here. Creature card? No. Okay, let's go ahead and cast the Overlord, just in case we need something else to finish our combo. And yeah, we'll get reenact the crime. Yeah. Damn. Okay, I guess Imidane's Recruiter. And yeah, we'll cast that for that. Alright, seems good. I mean, that wasn't the full combo, but good enough, I think. I mean, that's 15 damage, plus we ramp, and we still have Liliana. And we have their Overlord of the Hauntwoods. And we have another breach in hand to pitch the Collector's Vault, should we draw into another Reenact the Crime? Or we can just hard cast it at this point, right? Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exact 8Cs with the treasure. The Ankle Biter. And Glissa. I imagine she will be able to take out the Overlord quite handily. First strike, Death Touch. Famously a fair mechanic. Alright. Oh, hey, how about that? Alright, so if we got, so we have 4, 5, 6, that's not enough. Okay, so, no, that doesn't work. Okay, let's just cast Breach the Multiverse. Alright, we'll grab a Daring Waverider. And from our opponent's graveyard, another Overlord seems good. And we will grab a Reenact the Crime. Yes, we'll cast Reenact the Crime on a Breach the Multiverse. Yeah, we'll cast Breach the Multiverse. Imidane's Recruiter. And from our opponent's graveyard, how about an Honest Rutstein, I guess. I'm just trying to get as much power on the board here as possible. Yep, looks good. Very nice. Alright, well that's like twice that we've gotten to combo off at least enough to take our opponent down. Alright, in that time, I mean, they had like bats and all sorts of stuff they could have been playing on us. Alright, well, let's do it again. I like it. It is not mono red. It's not discard. We're just over here doing our own thing until we kill you. The worst we've done to someone so far, other than when we attack, is like bounce their creature with Arona's Vortex. It's very passive aggressive, this deck. Alright, up against Axel VGC. Alright, we have the Reenact the Crime, we have a discard, we have a Daring Waverider. We just need to draw into and discard a Breach. Liliana might help with that. No, let's pitch it. We already have the door. I know I may want the mana later, but better to draw it now. Okay, what are we going to take? I wonder. Liliana? Alright. Alright, let's do that. In the turn, another bat, maybe? So this time we were saying that our opponent didn't use the bats last time, and now we're getting what we deserve here. Calling them out. Alright, what do they got? Nothing? Well then, in that case, we'll return that to hand and play the Liliana. Hey, we even drew another one in case they're getting cheeky. And we'll discard. Yeah. And we will definitely discard the Daring Waverider. What do you think they'll discard? I'm going to turn these TVs off, though. We're already getting enough screen time without doubling our exposure. Axel. There's got to be one bad card in your hand, man. We know about the bat. Get rid of it. It's tainted. It has seen our eyes. I mean, you're playing bats. If you're roping us here because we're making you discard, I don't know where you get off. Discard against the discard deck seems totally fair in my book. No, we're getting the full rope. We are getting the full rope. You know, I mean, they haven't touched their hand. I guess they could have some connection issues, or they're stream sniping. Not that we are well known enough for that to even be a thing. but one day soon, I hope to be stream sniped. It's on our bucket list. All right. Well, maybe they just, I don't know. I mean, they pitched Shelly. They're 1 mana off from casting it, and they pitched Shelly. Well, maybe this is a connection thing. Or maybe they raids quit. I don't know. I will admit, I lost my cool yesterday. I was playing around, testing out some decks. I had 2 other decks on the rails for today, and they were just so bad. And I apologize to any opponents yesterday who caught me in a mood. It's not your fault. Your deck, I even though every single person I played up against yesterday was discard or mono red in the play queue. It wasn't you, it was me. My deck was just failing to do anything. Great expectations. Alright, let's go ahead and discard. Oh yes, and that's why we are average Zen and not always Zen. Oh, adulting. I'm wearing my Nope Not Today Snoopy shirt. We've done enough adulting. The closest thing I have to do to that is take my son to Scouts. Well, I have another shirt that says adulting 1 out of 5 stars, would not recommend. You'll have to go back. I think I was wearing it on the stream on Friday. I don't remember. All right. Because I need more reasons to enable my childish behavior and encourage the inner man child inside of me. All right, I think we got time. Even with our opponent timing out there, I think we've still got time for a couple more games. So yeah, take your time, Lemon. Adulting comes first. Yeah, well, I've been trying to quit the nicotine myself. My son's been getting on to me. He's at that age, finding out about things like that. All in good time. I'm at the point in my life where I hate that I do it. But there's a reason why it's called a nicotine addiction. Oh. Alright, okay. Well, we have quite a few of our pieces here. And a surveil land in hand. We'll take the land. Yeah, the only adulting I have to do today is take my son to Scouts. I already did the good husband thing this morning. If you check the Twitter, you saw I was shuttling my wife back and forth. She's like doing all sorts of stuff, being a sponsor for somebody that just came to Germany and picking them up from the airport. And yeah, okay, well, but we get to go pick up our Pinewood Derby kit today for the Cub Scouts. My son's excited. Last year was our first year doing that, and I think our issue was that we have seen the episode of South Park where they do the Pinewood Derby, and even the manual for the Pinewood Derby kit, it says, you know, you're supposed to check with the officials in your council to determine whether or not what the specifications of the car have to be, right? So in the instructions, it just says usually it's this. Then they spell out dimensions and weight and all sorts of stuff and what you're allowed to have and what you're not allowed to have. And we followed these instructions to the T, thinking, we're going to get disqualified if we don't, right? But we show up, and people have like weights super glued to like washers and stuff and coins. And we're like, oh, what? Wait a minute. So we know better this year. We know. We know this. We'd really love another land here. Oh my God. Okay, well, I guess we pitch, this is a blessing in disguise, maybe? Our opponent may not suspect that we're planning on using all these cards in our graveyard. Yeah, so we're coming in hot in this Pinewood Derby, I hope. Even that being said, I think he still came in third last year. He was a Lion Scout. We're just going to bounce this token. That's cool, right? They got some gumdrop poisoners and a food. They don't need that. Good Lord, look at that. I would fire up the Restless Reef here, but I am afraid that it will just get killed on the spot. We have played nothing for what surely has to be a handful of removal on our opponent's part. Well, they're not playing anything else, so we might as well discard a card. We have the Reenact the Crime. What we don't have is a free way to discard this Breach and cast Reenact at the same time. The only way we could do that, I guess, is with the Reef. I guess we try it. We power it up and ditch this Awakening Hall. Yeah, well, that was a mistake. They absolutely better triumph this. We got desperate and we lost a land. Look at this. Our opponent on 4 with no ramp. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we found land number 6. I guess we go island. All right, end our turn. This is over. They've just they got a virtue out already. We just way too slow. Very unfortunate. We went like 3 or 4 turns missing land drops, and no digging utilities either. So that's like, good Lord, very, very unlikely scenario there. This is okay. We have time for another game. Let's see if we can get the combo off one more time. One time, as they say at the poker table, which this deck does feel a lot like gambling. Maybe not as much as like your dice rolling decks, but or your coin flipping decks. The house always wins. Shazabella will be our opponent. Alright, well, maybe the Jace will help us get there. Yeah, that would help a lot. The Liliana is okay, but we have enough things doing what she's doing as far as getting cards out of our hand, discarding. That's the primary use she has. That and the -2. Okay, well, let's slow that down because that is ramp, and we don't want our opponent ramping when we are not. Speaking of, let's get a collector's vault down. Right now, alright, heaped harvest. I mean, our opponent's more than likely going to have some kind of artifact or enchantment interaction. So I don't mind getting the door down here as well. If we could draw an untapped land. Or any. Oh, man. Okay, here we go again. Let's get the double black. And in turn. Well, at least we'll get a treasure token. So it's kind of like we didn't. It's kind of like we're ramping. I don't know. Camellia, the seed miser, good at making squirrels. Good. Okay, let's go ahead and in that case, we will discard the door. Alright, we got a Jace. I'll full price it. Let's do a -2. And hope we don't hit a breach. Okay, Daring Waverider, great. And then next turn we do -3 on ourselves. And hopefully we hit a breach and reenact the crime. Alright, making some food. Num 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 num. Alright, Undercity Sewers gives us another chance to surveil something into our graveyard. Yeah, we don't need the Rona's Vortex. Alright, -3 on ourselves. Oh, we hit a breach. Reenact the crime. Breach the multiverse. Yep. And take a little bit of damage. Yep, we'll do that. We will hit our Daring Waverider. And our opponent's graveyard, I think we get... heck. I guess we can forage. Alright. We'll hit a Daring Waverider, which will hit Reenact the Crime, which will hit... Do we have anything else? Oh, man, okay. Imidane's Recruiter. And I guess we're giving everything haste. And we will forage Rona's Vortex, a door, and I guess a land. Sure. We'll draw a card. Attack in for 11. Not bad. And then we could potentially kill them off next turn. They have 36 cards and so we might even be able to mill them out. Okay, Liliana. I'm gonna +1 her. Let's get that. All right, Liliana +1. We will discard Darkslick Shores. I mean, the bad news is we're giving them plenty of forage fodder here. If we don't finish them off soon, they will absolutely go nuts on us. Alright, let's Jace. Let's plus Jace on Camellia. And swing in for... Well, yeah, swing in with everybody. There you go. They got a block, right? That's 8 damage. That puts them at 1. Now they have food. I guess there is that. They do have food. And there's some more food. Nom 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 nom. The issue is, don't we have a Restless Reef down? Do we have a Restless Reef? We don't have a Restless Reef yet. Okay, well, They can only deal 3 damage at the moment because they don't have enough to pay for the forage. Cool. Alright. Surveil. Rona's Vortex gone. -2. I don't think it matters. But just in case they have some kind of... no, I mean, there's no way they can... This has summoning sickness. Yeah. I think that's game. Alright. Maybe we should have just attacked in. Sorry, opponent. Just being extra careful here. Alright. And we'll give Mr. Forger a little minus treatment. Alright, so we didn't do like a full combo here, but we did enough. We got enough value onto the battlefield to make this work in our favor. We have yet to get like the full combo, but that's okay. We won way more games with this deck today than I thought we would. We got to see it go off more times than I thought we would, and we had a blast playing it. Can highly recommend. And I mean, let's take a second just to go over what we would change. Because you have to remember, this came from a deck list off of the Reddit from Perfect and Schlag. And you gotta have the 4 multiverse. Okay, so that's... Let's go... rarity... greater than... uncommon. Alright, so all totaled, I mean, you're looking at 1, 2 mythics, 3, 4 mythics, 5, 6 mythics, 7 mythics. Alright, 3, 4, 5, 9, 13 plus the lands, so yeah, not exactly a budget deck. If you didn't have these cards already, or the majority of them, then, I mean, number one, you should definitely have, I mean, we've been building up our lands here. That's like priority number 1. It's not attractive, you know, it's not spicy, but you need them. Alright, our games have gotten so much better since we built up our mana base. Breach, a popular card. I don't know if you need a play set of them, but if you plan on playing this deck, you know, can't hurt. Reenact the Crime, very niche. If you don't have it crafted, I wouldn't. Terror Tide, yeah, it can work in a lot of decks. And so I 2 copies isn't much of an ask. Like I said, if I had the mythics, I would go down 1 Liliana and go up 1 Jace here. And I think this, I mean, you saw the games when we got Jace out. He enables this deck so well. Maybe, I don't know, it feels like we're a little like board wipe heavy here. I feel like a Pyroclasm, since we're running, man, but we're not actually running red. We're never casting the Recruiter. I don't know. I think it definitely works, though. We've seen it work. So yeah, great deck, very fun. Not worth crafting a lot for, but if you're pretty close there, then why not? Yeah, I'm Average Zen. You've been checking out a Casual Tuesday. Remember to like and subscribe and follow, all that good stuff, and we appreciate it. All your comments, people in chat like Lemon, really inspire us to keep going and to make more videos and come on here every chance we get and play this wonderful game, Magic the Gathering, and love one another, be cool, and we'll see you in a bit.